Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To those of you who are new, welcome. It's nice to have you here. I hope that you enjoy my video, that you enjoy the energy, and that you are able to benefit from the message in this reading. Okay, so I am a medium. I channel my message. I'm what is known as a no tools medium. I just use the cards because it's fun, and it makes it helps me to interpret the messages from spirit. Everything that I say in my reading, from the time I begin until the time I finish, is me channeling. I start all of my readings with a meditation to open a channel for remote healing in the area of love and relationship with self for my subscribers. So if you'd like to tap into that, click that subscribe button. To my followers, I just want to thank you guys for your energy, your time, and for being here with me once again. I just want to do a collective reading today. I want to do a check-in for my collective. Those of you who are interested in somebody new, those of you who are wondering if somebody new is coming into your life, those of you who are wondering if you should be looking, well, you should be looking ahead in any case. You know, you can't look back and expect progress. You've got to be looking forward and be open to what the universe brings, even if it is just a new energy from the old person. But I'm going to look at the old person versus the new, for those of you who are interested in looking at that. Perhaps someone new is coming to your life, or you are considering someone new and you are just wondering or needing a little bit of guidance with regards to whether or not it is the right thing to do or worth your while to shift your focus forward, or if you should still be focusing on the old person. Whatever the case may be, that's what I want to look at. So I'm doing a general reading, and I'm going to be channeling that for you. The old person versus the new. If you haven't met someone new yet, but you're hoping to, and you're wondering who's coming into your life next, and anything that spirit wants you to know about it, that's what we are going to be looking at. Now, this is a general reading. It is for the collective. Not everything's going to resonate, but I always ask that you take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, and ask your guides and keepers to guide you through the reading, to help you to recognize and to know which parts of the message is for you. What is for you will resonate without a doubt. Trust your guides and keepers. Trust your intuition first and foremost, okay? And do what is best for you. We're just getting some guidance from spirit. All right, so I'm going to ask a few specific questions. I'm going to look at the general energy around you and the old person, whatever spirit wants to reveal and show to us, and then I'm going to ask some specific questions. For example, what is your purpose in their life? What is their purpose in yours? You know, just helping you to understand what the point of it is, what the point of it was if you're no longer in contact. And then what is it that they need to heal in order for this relationship to progress, if that's what you want, and what it is that you possibly need to heal or overcome so that you can have this relationship moving forward. Also, what are the possible outcomes? And then I'm going to be asking the same question with the future person, just to see what's coming up. Okay. Right, let's get into it. Now, for those of you who are interested in contacting me for a personal reading, I just want to give this notification right at the beginning of the video, because not everybody watches to the end. And then some people ask me questions about how to how to get in touch for a personal reading. We have a big problem with scammers. Pretending to be on YouTube readers, and then scamming people out of their money, and I would hate for that to happen to my viewers. So I don't do any bookings via my social media. I only do it via my personal email address, which I put into the description box below. It is info@evolvewithelif.co.za. So if you're interested in any of my readings, my life coaching program, or anything else, you can contact me there. Okay, let's begin, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Right, let's take a look at what is happening in your energy at the moment. This will give you an indication of whether or not this is actually your reading. I will be highlighting whatever stands out to give you various indications, and you'll know whether or not it resonates, okay? Okay, so guys, many of you are feeling very stifled at the moment, like something's holding you back. You feel as though there is resistance, you're not having movement forward, and you're feeling really bored and stuck. Now, boredom can be a very uncomfortable, it can be an uncomfortable energy because we're so used to filling our time, our space, our head with distraction so that we don't have to really face ourselves. And it's instinctive to try and push beyond that, or to find, to run from boredom. And you can associate it with, you can have a negative association to it. But you need to remember that that's where you want to be. You want to be in that place where there is such stillness and such quiet and such emptiness, where you can go into that space to just be with yourself. Spirit is saying allow yourself to be okay with being bored and to be okay with feeling stuck just for a little while, because there is a natural instinct to want to find a distraction, or to want to find something to fill that space that you're uncomfortable with. Know that there is a reason why you're uncomfortable with it. That is the point, the doorway at which you enter the part of yourself that you need to meet right now. That's what Spirit is saying. It's very possible that you are feeling stuck because there's unresolved things. That is always the case. There are still some things that are unresolved. We want to move forward. We want to feel light and free. That's why we want to move forward. We want to feel excited and happy about our lives. But there is a reason why that cannot come yet, because you're not yet in a place where you have set yourself free from something. And that's what you are needing to do now. And that's why Spirit says that's the space that you are wanting. That's the doorway to the space that you're wanting to enter. Let's look at where your person is right now. This old person that you have in mind. Also, just for you guys, Spirit is showing me that this is the time for you to allow yourself to meditate more, to spend time in nature, to do the journaling, to go back and read old journals, to revisit books and parts of yourself. That the word that comes up for me is nostalgia. Before, there is something that you're wanting to connect with, so that before you move forward. This is a time for introspection. You are not stifled. You are in a space of making the choice between going beyond your boredom or allowing for distraction that stifles you. Okay? It is not something outside of yourself. It's not this old person that's stifling you. It's not what they do or do not do, or what they did or did not do. It's something that is innate and natural to you. Looking at your old person, Spirit is saying to me that this old person has been watching you. Lots of admiration. Lots of desire, lots of emotion around you. They find you to be incredibly sensual and beautiful. They're really seeing you glow. Even though you're feeling stifled and bored, this person holds this opinion of you, feels this way about you, sees you in this light. So let's ask the questions. What is the general energy around your person at the moment in relation to you? And anything else that comes up. Okay. Your person is, the energy is not, the energy is very much in the ego, in the head. There's a lot of conflicting thoughts, there's a lot of conflicting beliefs that your person's having to deal with. They're wrestling with their desires, they're wrestling with their feelings, they're wrestling with their fears. It's as if they're having, I just see them having these conversations, like this back and forth conversation with themselves, as if they're arguing with themselves constantly when it comes to you. There is a sense of dissatisfaction that they are left with, where they made a certain investment, energy investment, and found themselves feeling dissatisfied, and they don't understand why. Like things didn't quite work out the way that they'd hoped. This person is having a lot of introspection and conversation with their guides and keepers, with the divine, about this connection. And at the moment, they just feel as though it's best for them to be single, to be by themselves. What is your energy around this person, this past person? Thank you, Spirit. What is my collective energy around this past person? You're still hoping, guys. You feel bored and stifled because you seem to be holding your breath. You seem to be holding your breath, waiting for this person to come towards you and put you out of your misery and out of your boredom. You're hoping for and you're waiting for this new beginning. And that's fine that you're doing that. It's fine that you're expecting a new beginning with them and hopeful and looking forward to it. But if you are holding your breath and you're sitting in a place of feeling bored, stifled, and stuck because there's no movement towards you, then you are actually creating more blockage than anything else. Your energy is stagnant. Your energy is stifled. So how can you expect an energy of forward movement from this person? This is your time. Many of you are working on yourselves at the moment. You know that you need to be working on yourselves. But Spirit is saying you still need to be aware of the fact that you have these moments where you get lost in this feeling of being stuck and stifled. That is your contrast. And when you see it in that way, when you see it as that negative, when you see it as though you're waiting for something to happen to set you free, then you contradict the energy that you are actually working towards. You're contradicting your growth. In those moments, it is your responsibility to fill yourself up emotionally, allowing then for new energy to flow into your life. If you stay still and stagnant, the energy that you send out to the universe is, I'm not ready. I'm not yet ready to progress and to move forward. There's a lot of healing that you're going through. This person has really helped you to see and activated personal growth, and helped you to see that there are certain things that you really, really need to address and work on, and that you need to develop and grow. This person's also activated a lot of desire in you. There's a lot of realizing that this person has somehow brought or activated healing within you and helped you to realize what it is that you want in a relationship long term. But also you are feeling as though this has been very, very challenging, very painful and heartbreaking. As I say, you are still trying to heal this heart chakra. You're still trying to heal this wound, and you keep finding yourself just being in this immobile state, being stuck, and then moving forward a little bit and then being stuck, and moving forward a little bit and then being stuck once again on what is not and what shoulda, woulda, coulda been, and looking back, constantly looking back, and not yet in a place where you can fully look forward. But what Spirit wants you to know is it doesn't matter that you're doing this. It's just causing a little bit of discord. It's just causing a little bit of pain for you. The stars here Wish fulfillment is yours. Wish fulfillment is coming towards you. Timing depends on you and when you get there, but it is inevitable. Take comfort in that. Take comfort in the knowing that the heartbreak that you feel in relation to this old person is not just them, it's been there. They've actually come to help to break you open, to activate the healing that you need so you can heal this heart chakra. Okay? Now, what is it that this past person needs to heal? What is it that this past person needs to heal in order to come towards you in this connection? This past person has to align with their choices. They need to learn to align with their choices. There's a choice here that needed to be made, and indecision is the problem. Indecision has held them back in a huge way. Knowing what they want, knowing what they need to do, but not fully lining up with it. Doesn't work. You've got to make your decision and line up with it. There's no right or wrong decision. Nobody else can make your decisions for you, but you have to be willing to make it and line up with it wholeheartedly. Also, there is possibly a third party situation that, or some sort of misunderstanding about it. That is no longer an issue for this person, but it follows them like a shadow. Spirit is saying to me, this person has some clarity to bring to this connection, some explaining to do, but for some reason they're not doing it. Perhaps they just feel that they don't want to have to explain themselves to somebody or to anybody. Spirit is also saying that they've been in this hermit mode for so long. Spirit communicates with them, but they have a tendency, because they're in their head, they're in their ego a lot. They have this conflict. As I said, there's this arguing within themselves. They're not in harmony within themselves. How can they come into harmony with you? They have to find harmony within themselves first. Otherwise, you will constantly be drawn into their war. And it's not you. You will take it personally. You will feel as though it's you. The conflict is within them. They need to decide what they're going to focus on. Are they going to allow their fear to continue to dominate their lives? Or are they going to believe in their desires and have the faith to know that they actually deserve to be happy? There is a lot of doubt, self-worth issues, indecision. This person's been in this hermit mode for a while, keep sort of just focusing on themselves, but it's almost become a bit of it's like they're hiding in it now. They're too afraid to step out of it because they find a certain sense of comfort in just being in this hidden space. There's no use, going into your quiet space, speaking to source, asking for guidance, receiving it, but not implementing it. There's no use. You have to be willing to implement it. Having the conversations, receiving the insight, receiving the guidance without embracing it, understanding the value of it and implementing it in your life creates a hindrance. That's where the ego comes in and basically just makes a mess of your process. You have to implement it. You have to be willing to align with it. What is it that you need to heal so that this connection can progress? Spirit says that you need to stop trying to take action towards situations outside of yourself to try and gain and obtain what it is you are searching for within. You are doing things that are not well thought through. It seems impulsive. Pursuing situations. You just need to give yourself a time frame. If you decide you want to do something, give yourself a week to think about it and to decide how it lines up with where you want to go, how it lines up with where you find yourself, how it lines up with the work that you are doing with yourself at the moment. It gives me the energy. What I'm seeing is, you know how people try and get out of feeling stifled, bored and stuck because they've come out of a previous relationship that was disappointing, in which they've struggled to get over the person, and now they think they can get past it by welcoming someone or something new into their lives. And Spirit is saying, refrain from doing that. There is also, I'm seeing, there's a lot of action, a lot of physical action to move forward. Communicating with people possibly online, trying to build new connections maybe, having conversations, pursuing situations in the hope for forward movement. Wanting to move forward towards what it is you've always wanted, but not first establishing whether it is in fact what you desire. Just wanting to leap into the next best thing, hoping, to figure out if it is, and not wanting to miss the chance or the opportunity. There's a strong feeling, almost a desperation to just move forward and to just move on and to just allow or move forward towards new love or something new, so that you don't have to be remain in this heartbroken state, so that you don't have to feel or miss out on the opportunity of you meeting your ideal person and having that person that completes you. It doesn't work that way. Somebody else can't come and complete you. You've got to fill your own cups. You have to. Spirit is sort of warning against this already, and I haven't even looked at a new person. Obviously, if this doesn't resonate for you, then maybe the new person, the message about the new person is for you, but let's see what happens. What are the possible outcomes here? Let's see. What are the possible outcomes here with you and this old person? There's obviously still some unresolved things here. There's still some work that needs to be done. Justice. So, justice comes out to let you know that sometimes when we look at the conditions, we doubt whether or not something is for us, whether or not something holds the value that we might think it does or feel it does. Justice also comes out to remind us that we need to be mindful of what we are doing, because basically what we invest is what we're going to get out. So if you're not in a place where, if you are opening yourself up to relationships or offering somebody who's searching for something real, relationships, when you're not yet at a place where you are in harmony within your own relationship, and where you still hold space energetically for another person, then that that's not the karma you want. You know, we don't. It's something that you wouldn't want somebody else to do to you. So be mindful of that. Um, Justice also comes to bring balance. It's easy for us to see what we do right and what other people do wrong. It's not so easy for us to look at it from the other perspective. And if you're not comfortable with what life is yielding you right now in a particular area of your life, understand that justice is here to help you to bring balance and to help you to balance your karma. If you don't like what you're experiencing in a particular area of your life, you are creating that. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that you are still doing? What is the energy that you are holding active that is yielding and attracting into your life what is unpleasant for you? And how can you better tap into attracting something different? So there is still a lot of up and down feelings, sleepless nights, feelings of depression, because there is still some work that's needing to be done here. And resisting that work and that process is what creates that stagnant, stifled energy. And so obviously this is affecting your mental health. This is making you feel a little bit depressed, your person too. There's still a lot of perspective that needs to be gained here. And it doesn't matter whether your person, this past person, goes in search of distractions, or wanting to other relationships, or getting to know other people, or you do that. It will always bring you back to having to take a pause, having to take a time out, having to go within, having to gain new perspective. With the energy that's quite active here at the moment between you and the past person, where both of you are still stuck in old paradigms and a little bit of the ego, and not, it's holding you, it's hindering your process a little bit. It's not holding it back. Nothing can hold it back, but just creating a little bit of pain. And you know why you don't want to put yourself in a position where you are creating unnecessary pain for yourself and suffering, is because it triggers those old habits that are unhealthy. And that's what holds us stagnant. So the outcome that I'm seeing here is that there will be no forward movement between the two of you anytime soon, because there is a tendency with both of you to get a little bit lost in your habits of behavior, your habits of survival, your habits of distraction, your habits of projecting onto one another. There's still a lot of soul searching and inner work that needs to be done here. But in the end, this will lead you both to come together and for that gap between you to close. And for you to have this happiness and the fulfillment, and to finally find your way out of that feeling of being stuck, stagnant, and lost. There are these cycles that need to be closed for this to happen. And it's not going to happen anytime soon based on the energy here. Of course, you have free will. You get to decide if you want to speed it up. You get to decide if you want to speed it up, and then you obviously tap into the energies and the work that you need to do to keep the motion forward, instead of allowing for the hindrance. You decide. You have free will, and divine timing is entirely up to you. Divine timing is not dependent on anybody else. It's dependent on you. You get to decide. And but based on the energies that show up here today, it's not going to be now. Let's take a look at the possible future person, for those of you interested in a future person. Let's look at what's going to happen if you, let's see what sort of time frame comes up as well. If you're open to a future person and you are welcoming and opening the energy in, let's see what we can expect. If you decide to close this old chapter, if you decide to let it go, okay, it's, you know what's best for you. If you decide to let this connection go, this old person go, it's going to take a lot of courage. It's going to take you believing in yourself, and you are going to have to allow for yourself to go through that cocooning process, where you are in that cocoon, because you know and understand that when you emerge from it, you are going to be a beautiful butterfly. And Spirit says many of you are doing that, and many of you are going to do that, make the decision to do that. That's going to take courage, because it means that you are going to have to sit with yourself, even though it's uncomfortable, and push through the boredom, push through the feelings of being stuck, and just go within. Be with yourself so that you can release what has been and you can allow more of yourself in. We are looking at a new person coming into your life, possibly during Aries season. And for some of you, could even be a little bit sooner than that. And once you've done this and you've allowed yourself to go through this period of being in the cocoon and then emerging as a butterfly, when the time is right, within the next few months, there will be a time of celebration and success and joy for you. And you will experience it with friends and family first and foremost. Now, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Please tell us about a new person for my collective who are interested in a new person. Okay, so there will definitely be an opportunity for new love. Very, very strong emotional connection with someone coming in, and there is an opportunity for love. This person is going to seem very decisive about what it is they want. And this new person coming into your life, it looks to me like this person could be coming out of a commitment, out of a very serious long-term commitment, possibly marriage, where they felt stuck for a really, really long time. Now, be mindful. If you attract this person into your life while you're still in this stuck and stifled energy. Even though there's a very strong opportunity for love and there's a strong emotional connection, you're only going to attract what is active in your energy. So you're also going to attract someone that is stuck and stifled. And for some of you, this person might just be coming out of this divorce and it's not yet complete, it's not yet done. There's still a feeling or an energy of them being stuck and stifled. Even though they are now single, there is a strong sense of responsibility towards this old person. Perhaps there's kids involved. Okay. What is your purpose in their life? Your purpose in their life will help them to realize that they are not stuck, that they are actually free, and that it's only their perception that makes them so, that they can move and they are free to move now and move forward. Okay, that they can release this sense of responsibility to other people's happiness. There is the Wheel of Fortune here. There is abundance, a sense of being free, a new beginning that I'm seeing. That is your purpose for being in their life, helping them to tap into this energy of having victory from a long and burdensome phase in their life, feeling as though abundance, wealth, and well-being is coming into their life experience, like they finally have victory. Okay, what is their purpose in your life? Their purpose in your life is to is to highlight the impact that having a false sense of responsibility and old beliefs about life, relationships, and love can have upon us, can hold us stuck, and it can keep us stagnant. And even though it'll very possibly trigger them moving in a whole new direction and setting themselves completely free, it'll only bring up for you old things that still need to be addressed. This person might come across as being a little bit dominant or materialistic, expecting you to play a role in their life. This person can be controlling, and they will definitely help you to gain new perspective about something, about relationship and about love. So okay, what's this? What's the possible outcome here with you and this person? Okay, so there'll be lots of fun times, lots of celebration. For some of you, this is someone that is a friend initially. This person will come towards you with romantic gestures, which you will really, really enjoy. Communicate their feelings towards you. But there is a lot that is unseen here, and I think it's this particular thing. Some of you are not going to be ready for somebody new. Some of you are still going to be in the energy of processing what has been. And both of you, the outcome here will be with this new person that you have in your mind, or this new person that you are considering allowing into your space in the near future. Some of you will, this will only be a stepping stone that moves you towards what you actually want, and the same for them. I don't see this being something that works out long term. As I said, the happiness and the celebration that comes in and comes after a lot of courage takes you to a place where you are celebrating with friends and loved ones. But it is not yet in the energy, it doesn't show up in the energy that you are ready to welcome that person, your person, the person that you are happy with. This person will be something that you are inviting in or opening yourself up to, whilst you still have unresolved issues elsewhere, whilst you have not yet connected with all of the lessons of what this past person has needed to teach you. And for many of you, it is because this past person and you actually have a destiny, you're fated. For many of you, it's because of that. So, you know, some things, they're not finished until they're finished. Whether we like it or not, some things are not finished until they are finished. Advice from Spirit: take care of yourself. Take care of yourself right now. That is your reading, guys. Past person versus present person. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it, it finds you well and it serves you. If it resonates with you, please comment below. If you're interested in a personal reading, because this is a general reading, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Furthermore, do what is best for you. If this message didn't resonate with you, then check out check out the other readings and your zodiac sign. I will be uploading some more of these just general collective messages to see what Spirit wants to share. And I will see you guys again soon. Love and light. Bye now.